It's never the end of Black History Month. It's every month. It's all year.
During Black History Month, that's really what we celebrate. We celebrate the people who have shaped our heritage. We remember those who struggled for our rights and our freedoms, and we reflect on how far we've come and how much farther we have to go.
Black History Month comes about during Jim Crow in America. So there's a lot of African-American organizations coming about. The National Association of the Advancement of Colored People, the NAACP, is created in the 1910s, and Dr. Carter G. Woodson capitalizes on that in the shadows of Jim Crow. He's talking about the past, writing down the history, right? Because American history at that time really didn't include African American people other than, the acknowledgement of slavery. Because America had basically said that African American people up until the end of slavery and kind of after were only good for work and labor. Like, they had no culture, no identity, there was no characteristics of the race. And so I think Dr. Carter G. Woodson does by educating children is creating racial pride and racial identity that would push the children to go on and do these things like, Martin Luther King or John Lewis. Civil rights movement does not take off until young people get involved, right? So you have the Greensboro sit-ins where they're sitting at the lunch counters protesting. And those are the students who would have probably been in school during the first iterations of Negro History Week. They pushed the president, they pushed the government, because really, although it could be a communal celebration, I think delineating it as a nation really set it aside.
The 58th Annual Black History Month, a celebration of the part that Black Americans have played in building our great country. The story of Black Americans is one of valor in the face of hardship.
The theme of this year's African American History Month is From Slavery to Freedom, Africans in the Americas.
Oh, the Black president.
Look at him. Yay! Right there.
Like white.
That's me.
Yes. And I'm here to celebrate Black history.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history. Black History Month shouldn't be treated as though it is somehow separate from our collective American history. There are well-meaning attempts to do that all around us, from classrooms to corporate ad campaigns, but we know that this should be more than just a commemoration of particular events.
until African American people are no longer considered other or outside of the American fold, that we can have to have Black History Month. We are not like other ethnic groups that have, you can't go to I can't go to Ireland and look up my history and find my roots. And so as people in the diaspora, we have to cling to it and hold on to it and be the ones who say, okay, this is important. It must be preserved, because if not, we'll be lost in the pages of history.